I'm going to talk about absolute value. And we have a definition here. For any real number, the distance between the number and 0 on a real number line is its absolute value. So the distance between 0 and 4 is 4. And the absolute value between 0 and negative 4 is also 4. This is a distance of a positive 4. You can't have a distance of negative 4. So we write it this way. The absolute value of 4 is equal to 4, and the absolute value of negative 4 is also equal to 4. The absolute value of a number is always non-negative. You don't say that it's always positive, because the distance from 0 to 0 is 0, and 0 is neither positive nor negative. So the absolute value of a number must always be non-negative. All right, here's some examples. The absolute value of 3 is 3. And in your book or other books, they will simply say, simplify the following or evaluate the following, depending on the book that you have. The absolute value of negative 6 is 6. Now this says the opposite of the absolute value of 2. And the absolute value of 2 is 2. So the opposite of the absolute value of 2 is negative 2. Now this one says the opposite of negative. So the opposite of the absolute value of negative 3 is 3. So negative 3. And 4 minus 9 is negative 5. And the absolute value of negative 5 is 5. And this is saying the absolute value of 2 minus 7, which is also negative 5. And the opposite of the absolute value of negative 5, the opposite of 5, negative 5. All right, now we're going to put the symbol. And this is less than. An example of less than would be 2 is less than 5. And equals, we know, and then greater than would be 7 is greater. Not a good example to use for 7. Let me try that one again. We'll use 8 is greater than 2. So the absolute value of negative 3 is 3. The absolute value of 3 is 3. So this symbol is equal. This says the opposite. And the absolute value of negative 6 is 6. So that's negative 6. And this is the opposite of negative 5. And what we have to figure out is which one is greater. Negative 5 is closer to 0 on the number line. So therefore, negative 6 is going to be less than negative 5. And this is going to be the absolute value of 6, which is 6. And this is going to be the absolute value of negative 6, which is 6. So these two are equal. And then here we have the opposite of the absolute value of 4. And here we have 4. So it's going to be less than. All right, try these. Put it on pause and try them, and then we're going to go over them together. All right, the absolute value of negative 8 is 8. The opposite of the absolute value of negative 9 is negative 9. This is negative 5, which is 5. And this is opposite 4 minus 6, which is negative 2, which is the opposite of positive 2. This is 7, equal. This is 2, this is negative 2, greater than. This is negative 6 absolute value, and this is 6 absolute value, running out of room here, but they're both going to be equal. And this is negative 4, and this is negative 3. And again, just like think of the number line again, we have 0, negative 3, negative 4. So negative 4 is going to be less than negative 3. This workforce product was funded by a grant awarded by the United States Department of Labor's Employment and Training Administration. The product was created by a grantee and does not necessarily reflect the official position of the U.S. Department of Labor. The Department of Labor makes no guarantees, warranties, or assurances of any kind, express or implied, with respect to such information, including any information on linked sites and including, but not limited to, accuracy of the information or its completeness, timeliness, usefulness, adequacy, continued availability, or ownership.